Neither rain, nor sleet, nor even vacation can keep me from pulling shards. Hello everyone, Bront CatHerder here. I am on vacation, so I do not have a lot of my equipment here. I apologize for the audio quality, but it is shard pulling time for the new fusion. The new fusion looks interesting, and I want to get him because I think I'd like to play with him as a dungeon dealer, and I think it might be nice to create some content for you guys. So I am going for him, and we are on my alt here. It is going to take 11 shards to get the free epic, which will allow me to take it easy for a lot of this, which will be good because, again, I am on vacation. So we are going to pull 11 sacreds here, and then on my main, we'll be pulling 9 or 10 sacreds and probably a few void shards to make up for the rest. We are looking for another newt because newt's pretty cool, and if you don't have two of them, 2 newts is really good. Honestly, 3 is usable in a couple situations, mostly in Citranos, but I don't think I need 3 on my main, so we'll be pulling for something else there. But without too much further ado, let's get into it and get to the shard pulling. Ooh, a Geomancer. That will be a good in power. That is always great. Wuji, I know some people are high on her. I have not found her particularly useful, but, she might be interesting to fool around with. And that's an epic. That is a Duck the Pierced. Duck the Pierced is awesome. Definitely one of my favorite orcs. One of my favorite epics, actually. I like him a lot. He's very, very useful, so good for empowerment. Oop, that is gold. Ooh, that is a Necmo. That is awesome. Necmo will help this account a lot. Necmo is a beast in Hydra. You can put him in Cursed. You can put him in Provoke. He always has AoEs. He's got an AoE A1 with a 40% chance of decreased attack. He's got an A2 that does decrease speed and leech. Again, AoE. And then he has increased speed and turn meter buff on all champions and gives him an extra turn. So he cycles through his abilities a lot. And then he's got a passive I think a lot of people forget about. He fills his champion's turn meter by 5% for each debuff on an MA that is removed, transferred, or expired. So he is an absolute speed beast. He is amazing in Hydra, especially if you can get like cruelty on him. He's really good for wearing down defenses as well. That is amazing. He's even got a speed in all battles aura, which can be great for Hydra. That will help this account a lot. That is super exciting. And if you can't see, I am dancing. Of course, you can't see because I do not have the camera on because this camera is horrible and I may or may not be wearing pants. So we've got that was 4. So let's keep going. We need more sacreds. And we need more gold because we get greedy like that. So let's get a newt. That'd be kind of cool. But honestly, I am super happy with the Necmo. I don't need much else. There is a Deacon. Much appreciated. Deacon's definitely worth empowering. There is an Arndulf. Not super exciting. He can do okay damage. He can be useful in Faction Wars for some progression, but he's not great. Joden, not great. He can do some okay damage. I used him really early in Clan Boss, but that's because I got him for free on my starter account. Fat Man, Farrakhan the Fat is an awesome, awesome epic. Great for Clan Boss, great for all kinds of stuff, great for Fire Knight. He is definitely worth building and actually worth empowering, so that'll be good. Spider's okay if you need decreased defense, weaken, decrease attack, that sort of stuff. It's not a 100% chance, but it's not too bad if that's the only one you got. Killing the Shrike can do some okay damage. And we've got one more shard to pull. Here we go. We're getting gold. Nope, another Deacon. So that will be a multiply empowered deacon. Let's just make sure we got to where we need to get to for the, no. Stop it. Alrighty. And we have, perfect. So we got the epic, which is awesome because that will allow me to skip up to 4 events. Or if I guess I want to copy the epic, but honestly, with the vacation, it'll let me kind of chill this weekend. So that will be great. So let's hop over to my main, and I will be right back. Alrighty, we are back here on my main, and on my main I have picked out a Deacon and a Herndig. Now, to be fair, Aostrad is great. I've already got one. Newt is great. I've already got 2. I have at least 1 Kimmy. And between Herndig and Lady Eva, Herndig is actually a champion I have kind of wanted for a long time. I think I'd build him even if all I use him for is Dark Fae, but he is amazing in Dark Fae. But honestly, he's just a champion that is one of my most wanted champions for a long time. And while he's kind of fallen off and is definitely nowhere near as highly wanted, I think it'd just be kind of cool to get him. So we are going to pull, and we've got 9 sacreds, and hopefully we're going to get some gold and something useful. All right, Deathless, not that great. Ooh, Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher is really good in Clan Boss. I can talk. Clan Boss because he has the ally protection as well as a counterattack, and he makes himself unkillable for a turn. So he can be used to make some unkillable teams. He can be used for counterattack, which is helpful, and he can be used for the ally attack, or the ally protection, I should say, which is actually super helpful as well. So he is great for. Honestly, he can be used even some endgame teams if you can fit him in, depending on it. He doesn't do a lot of damage, unfortunately, but he is a very good champion for pushing your Clan Boss team. That is a Wuji. As I said, I don't know if she's really that great, but, she might have use. Ooh, lots of deacons. I might have a +4 deacon when this is done. That'd be great. Occult Brawler can be a decent poisoner damage dealer for Clan Boss if you do. He does a lot of poisons, so he's pretty decent, but there are definitely better champions out there now than him, but for progression, for damage dealing, he's not bad. That is gold, and that is a Yoshi the Drunkard. Now, Yoshi the Drunkard is probably not a champion I would have really, really liked, but he is new on this account, and actually he does bring some interesting functionality. So he's got an aura for all speed and all battles, which is nice. He has an A1 stun, not super exciting, but he's got it. Decrease accuracy and HP burn. Unfortunately, it's 2 times at random, so it's only 2 single targets. This is not a great skill, although it is on a 2-turn cooldown, which is kind of nice. But this is kind of cool because he has an increased attack and increased accuracy buff on all allies for 2 turns and can throw some fear out there as well. So what he is actually super useful for is he can be an all-in-one buffer in bomb teams. So you can actually build with a little less accuracy, or in arena, you want all the accuracy and then some. So the increased accuracy helps a lot, and then increased attack helps with the bomb teams. So that is part of what makes him great. And then he gets a turn meter fill each time the enemy receives a buff, so he can actually interrupt and do some of his additional boosting as well. So I don't know if I'm going to build him or not, but he is interesting. He's kind of nice to have, so I'm not going to complain too much because he is new. He is also a previous fusion, but that happens because honestly, about a third of the Legos out there are previous fusions at this point. So we got 3 more to pull. Let's go. Maybe we can get another gold. That is a Blood Feather. Not really exciting. She can hit pretty hard, but I think you could fuse her. Can't remember if she's part of the Rosin fusion. Ooh, Ruella is great. That will be a good in power. Ruella is really good in Fire Knight progression. She can actually do a bunch of damage. She's actually pretty good in Clan Boss if you need a Clan Boss champion as well. There's a version of the Myth Heir called the Myth Ruelva I believe, that lets you build with Elva and Ruella that does a decent amount of damage, because Ruella brings this decreased defense and weaken and decreased speed, which is kind of nice. Very good against the Fire Knight, and then she has stealing turn meter on her A1 3 times as well. So she can be very good for classic Fire Knight. Honestly, she's not horrible for the hard Fire Knight if you're struggling to take down the shield and you want to get this decreased speed, because they're all multiple attacks. And then she does a turn meter boost over here, and if you need it, she's got an accuracy increase in dungeons. So definitely a useful champion, worth empowering. So let's get that final Sacred Shard, and then we're going to move on to the Voids. That is a Mordecai. Not super exciting for me, but Mordecai is great for progression in Spider because he has the 100% burn that is simply placed. So he does not have weak hit problems, which makes him a very reliable burner. He can still get resisted, so he does have a 3% chance of missing, unfortunately, but he is definitely very useful and one of the more reliable burners for Spider for early progression. You can certainly even use him in late game, although hopefully by late game you've got one of the guaranteed burners. So, with that, let's hop over to my Voids. For my Voids, I have picked up Shuzen. It was actually very difficult because I have a Georgid and I wouldn't mind empowering my Georgid, but I figured a +1 Georgid versus having a Shuzen I don't have. I think I would rather do the Shuzen. And Man-Eater's just kind of nice. I might empower some of my Man-Eaters because I've got a Bat Eater. So we got 9. Honestly, there's not a good shot at getting a Lego, but we're going to try because I think Shuzen's kind of worth it, and this will actually save me a lot of time on the fusion. So let's go. And that's one of the rares for the fusion. So that's nice. Maybe I can get a few more of those. That would be really cool. So this is an awesome shard pull session right here. We've got 2 Legos. We've got a epic for the fusion, or not epic fusion, but the rare for the fusion. We'll get the epic as well. Arspex is an okay reviver. Definitely good early game because he's got speed null, speed arena, I guess. But he also has some turn meter fill, does some poisons at the A1, and has a revive. It's not a great revive. He's not a great champion, but he's a good early champion if that's the only reviver you have. There's a lot of revivers. It's easier to get one now, but I know I used him quite a bit early on in my account because he was one of the best revivers I had. Speaking of revivers, Tree Shield Knot is a good reviver. He's got a chunky revive here. It doesn't seem great, but they get a decent shield as well. So they've got basically a 45% of their HP and some turn meter onto random allies on a 5-turn cooldown. For a rare, that's pretty decent. That is an interceptor, not really worth talking about. Selena Nightcloak, that is also not a particularly exciting champion at the moment. Veteran, I know people used to say Veteran was worth keeping when you did Faction Wars. I never found a use for him. There are so many better orcs, and with the expansion of rosters, there's not a lot of need for a lot of rares. That is a Confessor, not particularly exciting. We haven't even got an Epic yet. That's unfortunate. Another Veteran. All right. Well, I mean, to be fair, I can't complain at all because we have gotten the rare, and we're going to get the another rare and the epic from the fusion. So that is exciting. So I cannot complain too much. I would certainly like a nice epic or a legendary. A Shuzen would be great. Come on, Polarium, you can do this. One more shot to do me really, really well in this session. And that's a rare. And that's a fanatic. Not particularly exciting. So there you have it. Let's just go double check my totals here as well. No, stop. I don't want, no, stop. Polarium wants me to buy stuff apparently. Yep, we are perfect in here. Who knows? Maybe I'll pull some mysteries for this legendary tome. Probably not. But we are in good shape, and that was indeed Branch Arm Lassier was the rare from the fusion. So that is awesome. So overall, this was a fun pull. I actually got some cool stuff, and definitely appreciate you guys hanging out. It is wonderful to be on vacation, so I do miss all you guys. I have not been streaming this week. I have not been recording much in the videos, so next week's going to be a little lean, but I will get some stuff there. I've got a couple of ideas. It's been nice to actually kind of rest up a little bit. I definitely needed it, and seeing some family is always good. So you take care. You see your family. You enjoy spending some time with them. Enjoy some shard pulling. Have some fun in Raid Shadow Legends. And until the next video, I'm Bront CatHerder.